All right, here's the hot take. Let me tell you about the Ivy Leagues. Okay, so I graduated from Yale. Okay. I have had many students get into Ivy League schools and what we call the Ivy adjacents, Stanford, MIT, schools that aren't in the Ivy League, which is just an athletic conference, but are some of the top schools in the country. Here's the deal. It's basically gambling. It's pulling the arm on a slot machine. And these days, it is really tough to get into those schools. The admissions rates are lower than ever. They have so many people who want to go there, and rightfully so. They're great institutions. But it's really hard. It's really hard. And let me tell you why. So let's say that you want to study chemistry, and you put on your application that you want to be a chemistry major. Okay, great. Now, these schools have to have a balance of kids in every single major program, whatever, because like if they let in all the chemistry majors and no theater people, they won't have a theater department, right? It just won't exist, and that we don't want that. So they have, it's not a quota exactly. Once upon a time, these schools did have quotas, and quotas for all kinds of crazy things. Like that's a whole other Oprah, as they say. But they do need to let in a certain percentage of people that they believe are going to be anthropology majors or chem majors or English majors or what have you. So if, for example, one year you're applying and you say you want to be a chemistry major, and there are thousands of chemistry majors who apply, but there are 10 people who apply to be anthropology majors, it's possible that all of those anthropology people are going to get in, and not very many of the chem kids will, just because of the way the numbers work, because they need to have an anthropology department. So when you're crafting your Ivy League applications, I want you to do your very best work. I want you to be very thoughtful. I want you to put all your best feet forward, all of those feet, put them forward, and make something that's really amazing for sure. But we have to be realistic about the chances, and I want you to do the very best you can and send it in. People do get in. You can get in. You absolutely 100% can. You 100% can get in. We just can't count on it, okay? So we need to apply to some Ivy League schools, and we need to have a good list of other schools that you would also be very happy at, because we just gotta play the game, okay? So you can want to go to an Ivy League school as much as you want, and you can get really far in the process, and for some weird reason, you'll never know why they say no. Or you might be like, they'll never let me in, and then they do. So I do want you to fill out those applications, do them really well. Don't be afraid, send it in. If you want to go to an Ivy League school, apply to the Ivy League school. The only surefire way to hear a no is if you don't apply, okay? So we want you to apply, but let's be realistic about it, and also make sure that you have other schools on your list that you would be very happy with.